Hey guys, today I want to talk about band. More specifically, I want to talk about joining band. Now, I have about almost 7 years of experience in band, so those are my qualifications as to why I can talk about joining band. Joining band will greatly increase social skills and give you an idea of how leadership and organization works. It basically creates a family. How leadership in band works is that we have a team of people, we have a president, and it goes down the line from there. But it's just a whole slew of people plus the directors who are organizing things behind the scenes, organizing trips, and keeping everything in line. You get to learn a really cool instrument, and the instrument part is actually really cool because the directors are super awesome at teaching, and they'll, even if you're struggling, they will spend extra time with you to help you learn the instrument of your choice. You get to pick whatever instrument you want, and there are so many to choose from. You can be a brass instrument, you can be in percussion, you can be a woodwind instrument, or even a low range instrument or a mid-range instrument. That ranges from flutes to tubas to snare drums to saxophones and French horns. I play clarinet and baritone sax. Baritone sax for jazz season and clarinet for concert season. Speaking of concert season, concerts are so much fun. Not to because you spend months preparing these songs and learning the music for these really hard pieces, and then once you finally get it all together, you get to have this concert and perform it not only for your friends and family, but for people in the community who want to listen. And then when we go to concert assessment, you get to be judged, and we get awards based on how we do, which is a really cool system, and it's such a fun experience to go to concert assessment because you have to play on this big stage in this big room full of people, and it's really, really cool. I want to talk about the social part of band because that's my favorite part. The people you meet will be your friends for most of high school. Guaranteed. There are so many people who you will meet who will be there for you constantly because you guys have something in common, which is band. Band gives you a way to have somewhere to sit at lunch. You're no longer the outcast, you're the band geeks, which we proudly call ourselves that. But it's so much fun. You get to have this group of people who are there for you and who will love you unconditionally no matter what you guys go through, because you're going through it together in the heat of summer or in the cold of winter if it makes it that long. You also get to go to football games. Football games are my favorite part as well. I have a lot of favorite parts. But football games are really, really cool because you get to sit in the stands and listen to the crowd roar as they watch the football guys bash each other in the brains on the field. But the best part is during halftime, you get to wear a uniform and you get to take your instrument that you've taken years to learn, and you get to go onto the field and perform something that you spent most of the summer and every day after school learning, which is really cool. The amount of work and effort it goes into learning a drill for a marching show. That's something that's really cool, especially with the directors, because they go through the trouble of getting the drill and teaching not just freshmen but also people who are coming in as sophomores and juniors, people who are moving to the school who don't know how to march but still try and they learn. And it's really cool. Just you go from not knowing anything in the drill to being able to perform this 8 to 10 minute show that's full of sound effects and visuals and just awe-inspiring. You get standing ovations and you get to see the big lights in the crowd, and it's so awesome. I also want to talk about the directors just a bit more, because there's so much that goes into being a director, and they are essential to having a good band. Without our directors, we wouldn't be the band we are. They may get on your nerves at times and make you angry, but they do it for the best of us. Because without them, we wouldn't have concert season, we wouldn't have marching season. They teach you the instruments that you learn. And it's just great. And a lot of this goes into colleges. You can get scholarships for band and music. You can get scholarships for being in color guard. You can get scholarships for a ton of things. You can even get into the Marines for band. One of my friends, Kyle, got into the Marine marching band because he plays the trombone and he tried out and he's really good, so he made it into the Marines. That's his future. That's his set already done, and he's not even 19 yet. It's something that's really cool to think about, is that your whole future can be planned out with just learning an instrument and learning music and putting all this effort into it. Learning an instrument, while not being easy, is still one of the best things I think I could have done. Not only do I have an extra skill set, but also it gives me a way to relieve stress and anxiety. So whenever I feel stressed or whenever I feel like everything is just too much, I can get out a piece of music, I can get my clarinet or my baritone sax out, and I can just go at it. I can practice and I can learn something new, something that I didn't know before, which is really cool. Especially if you're learning scales, because if you spend all that time working on that one scale, going up and down, missing notes, but then the moment you get the scale right and you go up and you go all the way back down and you get it right, is like a moment of, I did this, I knew what I was doing, I did this. And it's so cool. And you go and you pass that off to the director and they congratulate you on learning it, and you just get this sense of family. Everyone's going through the same thing you are. Everyone is struggling, everyone is having a hard time, but they're also doing it together. And then when everything comes in at the very end, it's great. And it's just awe-inspiring. In conclusion to my speech here, joining band is an amazing opportunity for leadership skills and your future and social skills. I highly recommend joining. Thank you for listening.